Hello, hello, hello. Yes, I'm coming to you from outer darkness. All of my producers, set the cameras up, get the lights on. Anyway, Sir David the Bard, happy today. I got my funny back. When you lose your funny, kind of like losing your penis. Your best friend's gone. Anyway, wanted to do this video. Number one, prove I'm not dead. Two, prove that I'm happy. Now, you know me, I can't lie. Anna, put your hands down. Oh, Anna, put your hands up. Anyway, I'm abbreviating my videos a little bit. Usually, when I say something, I prove it. You know, almost after 2,000 videos, if you don't believe me, you're never going to believe me, no matter what I put under it. And it's arduous. I have to put up the link, photograph it, whatever. So I'm going to tell you the truth, then you get on the damn computer and Google it. See if I'm lying. $1 to anyone that proves that I'm lying. The Mormons have never collected a penny. Now, I'm coming to you here from Kangaroo City, down here in Australia. And I want to give you a report on the water in the Utah area, in the Utah Mormon Church. Now, the Mormons threaten you with fire and brimstone if you don't join their cult and give them 10%. No questions asked. Where the money goes is not your business. It's the Lord's money. Ask the Lord. I did for 55 years. The Lord never said a word where my money went. Anyway, I'm living large off of my money. I just got out of my turbocharged car. Guys my age, don't leave here without a turbocharged car. I'm telling you, it's like being with the most beautiful little princess for 24 hours in your life. You deserve it. I deserve it. Oh my God, I love that turbocharged car. Anyway, I want to tell you about the water that the Mormons are fighting about in Utah. Another one, see, when I shake my head at the Mormon Church, it's going to fall off. I know, I can't speak about the Mormon ass religion very much more because my head's going to fall right off. Well, here it is. The water department, evidently not headed up by Mormons finally, a regular apostate Gentile is part of the water company, said 700 people got sick last year in Utah drinking Mormon water. Now, if the religion doesn't kill you, the goddamn water will. Oh, Jesus. It doesn't matter to the Mormons that you have Montezuma's revenge. The revenge of the Philippines. I've had that. Projectile diarrhea. So, the state of Utah went to the Mormon Church and said, listen, you have all of these boys camps, Cub Scout camps, and all of the chapels, stake centers, and all of these buildings that are not lived in year-round. And we test that water 4 times a year to make sure that what you're serving the public is safe. We want to test it every month. We're finding out it's not safe. Well, guess what Jesus said? He told Monson, tell the state of Utah, fuck you. Let them eat cake. So the Mormon Church is fighting now the state of Utah, wanting to check whether the water is safe enough to drink in their chapels and in their peripheral buildings, the temples, the stake centers, all of the buildings that they have, because they're not lived in. When you test water, and I'm not a water expert, I've only dug one well, and I know a little bit about water, and it's got to be potable. It has to be drinkable. There's a lot of chemicals that come in water that are not good for human beings, and some of them you can't drink it. Well, if you want projectile diarrhea during fast and testimony meeting, and you see somebody running off of the podium holding their butt, you know they've been drinking at the drinking fountain. You know, when I see those precious little Mormon kids going up to the drinking fountain, I can't tell you how many times I've held my little ones up over 70 years to get a drink. Oh my God, and to think that the Mormon church is not willing to spend, they said this to the state, it will cost us $40,000 to test. I think it's $7 a unit. Anywhere they test is $7. They build the City Creek Mall, $5 billion. Rolex watches, Porsche, Gucci this and Gucci my bag. Most expensive stores in the state of Utah. But they won't spend $40,000 to check the goddamn water in the buildings. What does that tell you? You know, I don't care if your IQ is hovering right at about 63. You know, I asked my little granddaughter the other day, she was 4. And I said, honey, do you believe that rocks can talk? She looked at me and goes, hell no! No, she didn't say hell. Just, no! 3-4-year-old. But the grown-up Mormons, they think that rocks speak Reformed Egyptian and live in top hats. Or talk about Alice in Wonderland. Anyway, they won't test the water. They won't make sure it's safe. You can have projectile diarrhea at any moment. You know, what if you go to conference and there's like 30,000 people sitting in the conference center and they all have to go to diarrhea all at the same time because they all took a drink of water coming in? How can this be the vestige of Christ? How can you believe that Jesus said, let the kids shit? I don't care. The old people, let them shit down their leg. Save that 40,000. For what? Another mall store? This church is a cult. It is an evil, wicked, wicked cult. And it's grown into that. When you have, a pile of shit on the ground, it's not just one fly that goes there. He tells his friends, shit! And then pretty soon all of his friends are around this shit. It's like the Mormon church. It was a piece of shit laying on the ground, and then a few people, hey, come over here. Now you got a whole bunch of shit flies on the cult trying to make a living and whatever. Now let me give you another one. Look it up. Look it up on the Google. I'm not going to do it for you anymore. I'm old. Fuck it, I'm old. Anyway, now there's a guy, I think he was the commissioner, whatever that is. Mormons, you know, they name flies, they name bears, they name trees. It's kind of like the old Indians, you know. My squaw screws. I mean, that's his name, My Squaw Screws. Anyway, the commissioner in Utah County at BYU pretended to be a Mormon authority. I don't know how you do that. He grew a big belly. I'm getting there. He wears glasses. I'm getting there. Maybe I'm a Mormon authority, saving your life. So he posed as a Mormon authority, and the Mormons are so stupid. I'm telling you, it is a cult that draws some very low IQ people. And so he wrote letters. I guess he got a hold of the ward and stake directories, and he wrote letters to all the people in the church down there and said, Jesus said this is a good investment. Send your money to me. Jesus Christ. The Mormons are so stupid. He collected $1 or $2 million before they caught him. So now I guess he's going to jail. That's not a Ponzi scheme. It's a Jesus scheme from the Mormon church. I don't know what you call it, but I laughed my ass off. If I got a letter and the guy was Wilford Al Screw My Squaw, PhD, Mormon church, I would kind of question whether that was a Mormon authority. And then being an old Mormon, I know that the Mormon church doesn't ask you to invest in anything. They want a donation. You'll never see a dime back. You'll never see a dime back. They don't ask you to invest. They ask you to give until it hurts. It pains you, but it pleases them. So anyway, they ride around in their fancy cars and live in their multi-million-dollar apartments in Salt Lake City. They get free rides, free education for their kids at BYU. They don't have to pay tithing, but you better. You better. The Lord Jesus said, "You're my authorities. I don't need your money. I need the poor people's money." God, and you guys believe this shit. You guys believe this shit. So anyway, free at last, free at last. Martin Luther King is my brother. Now, let me give you something that has become necessary. My show, I've told you before, I received, not a lot, but I've received some death threats. But the bastards are too scared to come and get me. I've been followed once or twice. I've had my car spray painted once. And the Mormons can be a very, very vicious crowd. They have a secret service called the Danites. They have assassinated people since Joseph Smith. What's his name? It'll come to me. Joseph Smith asked this man to go up and assassinate Governor Boggs. And he went up and took a shot, so they're not kidding. And Joseph Smith and Brigham Young both had people killed. Brigham, Mountain Meadows, 120 people, whatever. So don't underestimate the Mormons. They look beautiful. Porter Rockwell was a Danite for Joseph Smith. Went up and tried to assassinate, under Joseph's orders, Governor Boggs. So don't underestimate them. They wear beautiful clothes. They were beautiful people. Many Mormons are attractive people. Some of them are real nerds and geeks. But there's kind of nerds and geeks and then the good-looking ones. And boy, some of their women are hot. They don't have vaginas, but they're hot women. If you're a Mormon, you have to cut your vagina off and send it to the prophet Joseph Smith. They bury it where he's buried. You know, there's just vaginas laying all over the ground. Anyway, there comes a point in my life where I'm old, I'm a little bit feeble here and there, and if I was attacked by 10 men, I might not make it. 2 or 3 men, shit, I kicked their ass. But anyway, I want to tell you how stupid the state of Utah is. Now, you know I'm down here in Australia, and our gun laws here in Australia are pretty lenient because we don't have any Danites. All my kangaroos are armed. You know, they're all wearing, wearing, I don't know the fancy words for all you gun advocates, but I've become, in my old age, more of a gun advocate because I think we do need to protect ourselves. Now, I don't think ISIS is going to come through my front door in the next couple of weeks, but the Mormons might. The Mormons might. And when you get these people hopped up on religion, they're so fanatical, they don't think like a human being at all. At all. And I have to protect my wife. My in-laws are here, and they're doing great. Those of you that follow Ty and Grandma, God damn, they're doing great. They rode a bullet train today. And he said, well, how do you get on it? And I said, you run like shit and then jump up on it when it... Oh, it's like the Philippines. I said, no, the damn thing, Ty, it'll stop and you can... Oh, okay. So anyway, they rode the bullet train today, and boy, they're doing good. He's painting, and she's getting so beautiful. Oh my God, she's got her hair done, which she couldn't do in the Philippines, and beautiful clothes. Grandma's looking pretty hot. Anyway, the gun laws in Utah. Now here in Kangaroo City, I'm not too worried, okay? There's not many Danites. But you know, I visit Utah now and then, and it's important to be able to protect my family. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. The bard's busy. When I'm not recording, I'm busy. The bard is protecting his family from the Danites. The bard, legally. Now in Utah, you can't brandish these things. That's against the law. You go to jail. So I'll just point at my toe. My toe will not file charges. 45. hollow point bullets. You shoot a danite and the hole is this big going out. It's this big, or I mean going in, it's little. Going out, it's like this. Half the danite is on the wall. So, and I don't know, my clip holds 10 or 15 and I've got 3 clips. So, if the danite's come pounding on my door and or I have to protect my family, legally I can do that. Now let me tell you what the law is in Utah, and I'm signed up. You're gonna die. I'm signed up to conceal it. I can walk around Walmart, I can walk around Target, I can walk around the streets, and Mr. 45 and me are buddies. There's no danger, I have no weenie, I can't shoot it off. So anyway, I can protect my family. Now in Utah, you can load this. In your house, my understanding of in the house, you can do whatever the hell you want. If a kid shoots themselves with it, so be it, just make another kid. I don't think you can be flagrant and, you know, lay a loaded gun on your daughter's bed and go, honey, you know, I'm not liking the way you're depressed. Take care of it. I think you probably go to jail. But anyway, in Utah, you can have that 45 loaded with a full clip and one in the chamber and walk around anywhere. You can't walk into a Mormon church. That's one of the free places. I don't know if they just leave their guns on the desk there. I don't know. But there's a couple of places, schools, and there's some gun-free zones that are legal. You better not carry a gun. Airport. What fucking asshole would carry a gun to the airport? Anyway, in Utah, that can be fully loaded, and as long as it's showing, you can go anywhere you want. And the police, they don't do a thing. You have a right to bear arms. They take the, I think it's the Second Amendment. I forget, second or first. I think it's the Second Amendment rights of bearing arms. They take it very literally. So you can put your holster right here and walk around. Pick your kid up at school, but leave the gun out on the sidewalk. You know what I'm saying? They're paranoid people. The Mormons are totally paranoid, and their laws reflect it. Now, here's the concealed weapons law. If this doesn't show, if you put this loaded in a glove box, or it's loaded and hidden under a pillow or a seat in the front car, whatever, outside, you're going to go to jail, and they're probably going to take your gun. If you have a concealed weapons permit, you can have it loaded, full clip, put it anywhere, do anything you want, put it on your head, put it in your coat, put it in your bathing suit. That's where I'm going to put mine. Does that look good in a bathing suit? It does! The girls go, is that a gun? I said, it can shoot you anyway. I want to be careful, and I certainly want to be safe, because when it needs to go off with the danite, I don't want it screwed up. So anyway, in Utah, you can carry it full-on loaded anywhere you want, except gun-free zones. If you're going to hide it, go take a class. And I said to them, I'm going to sign up for the class. Is it a week or a month, whatever? And they go, no, it's 4 hours. A 4-hour class, that's right. And I said, how much is it, $1,000 or what's $40? Jesus. So for $40, I can load that, clip it, load the chamber, walk around, right to bear arms. Now in Utah, you do have to pass a background check, and you have to use your right name, driver's license, whatever. So to purchase it, and it's registered, the clip number and or the gun numbers, everything, the police have that, so they can look it up and say who owns it. So anyway, I thought you would enjoy it. I thought you would enjoy having some fun with the Bard. I sleep with it under my pillow, and my pillow's scared to death. And Bill tries to creep out of the bed all the time. Get back in or okay, I'm coming back. I said, do that, okay? I'll hide it for you. I don't know if I'm just hiding it from the Danites, if they sneak in my room or whatever. So anyway, I just wanted to update you that if you're a Mormon and you're coming to get the bard, that will pierce a lead vest. So wear your garments. They're going to keep you safer than a lead vest. Don't screw with the bard. Don't screw with the bard. Don't threaten me. I have a right to protect myself and my family. Also in Utah, which shocks me, because I was raised in California with the white people. In California, you better not have a loaded gun in a car at any time. Concealed weapons, they're really hard to get a permit there. And you better have the gun locked in the trunk, or the ammunition locked in the trunk, and the other, vice versa, locked in the glove box. They better be separated. In Utah, you put your clip right in the gun. Where's the clip? Oh, it's in the gun. Okay. So anyway, Utah believes in the Second Amendment, and goddamn, the Mormons are so paranoid. You can carry that thing anywhere you want. I don't know. I used to drive school bus. I go, kids, sit down now. But back in those days, I just have to yell at them. So anyway, if you want to feel like you don't, if you've lost your penis, or your penis is very, very small, you can buy a very, very big gun in Utah, and that's what they do. Anyone carrying a gun in Utah has no penis. I can tell you that right now. So anyway, you might be interested. I thought this was going to be like $400 or $500. $160. Made in the USA. $160. Has a holster, has 3 clips, and a couple of little accessories. So I'm looking for it. It has a belt holder here, and I'm so goddamn fat. I don't wear a belt, but I'm thinking of being like a Mexican. You know how they had those belts of bullets across your chest like that? In Utah, that's legal. And so I thought I'd have the gun here and on a holster over my shoulder and walk around the community. So, you Mormons made the laws, live with them. You made the laws, live with them. You're the ones that kill people. I've had a couple of guns over a lifetime. I've shot at cans, and they had no feet on them, and bottles, target practicing, and that's fun. I do enjoy that. So I'm going to take that out and have my girls shoot it so they're safe with it. I'm going to take a class for $40 so I can hide it. I can't believe that citizens can walk around with that kind of firepower. Now, you can carry an AK-47. We had a guy several months ago, a year ago, walk into a Target or whatever. AK-47 strapped on him in Utah. People looked at it, and most of them didn't say anything. I don't think it was loaded, but who knows if there's different rules for that. If I can't get a Danite with a 45 at 10 feet, it might as well be a barn. You know, they say you can't hit the side of a barn, and the barn has feet. I can't hit the side of the barn, and I can't see worth shit. So if you come in and you're wearing a name tag and you've got a little triple combination, I got bad eyesight, so... So anyway, that's kind of fun. And I'm enjoying it. And I feel safe. I do. I feel safe. Anyway, God, I think there was something else. Oh, I got my B-cap machine on. Finally, again, it broke, and then I got another one. And I've got oxygen. Last night, I put that B-cap on at 7 p.m. I never said, got up, went to the bathroom, ate nothing for 12 hours. Sound asleep. Now, I have to tell you, I had a dream. Kind of like Joseph Smith. It wasn't Moroni, but anyway, I slept in the chair. I was laying here in the chair, and I have a table and shit down here with my feet. And suddenly, in the middle of the night, I don't know what it was, but my body was starting to scream and yell, and I went into a total conniption fit. That's what we called it back in the 60s. Now I think it's just called a seizure. Screaming, yelling. No one could hear me. The mask was on. And so I'm trying to wake up or whatever. Finally, the table got knocked over. You're going to love living with old people. You go, oh shit, what did Grandpa do today? Oh, he knocked the table. What's that noise? Oh, he shot his gun. I put in another video. I had a friend that, I'm off on another subject. I had a friend that had a gun. And he was a light director in Hollywood in California. He said, well, come over and see my gun. I said, all right, I'll come over. So he took it out. We were in the kitchen. And I said, is it loaded? He said, oh yeah, it's loaded. And he lifted it up and pulled the trigger in the house. And the bullet goes bam up through the ceiling. The plaster and drywall are coming down. He says, oh shit, I didn't mean to do that. And Grandma, his mother, comes running down the hall. She lived with him. Who's shooting? God, I was embarrassed. I didn't want to visit with him anymore. He was a little bit too dangerous with a gun. Anyway, I'm conditioning out here, epileptic now, and you know, it looked like a really bad orgasm from what I heard. Well, Mercy yells for Grandma. Now Grandma comes down, and the two of them are in here trying to figure out what's going on. I don't know. The only thing I remember is this BPAP causes me to sleep. It lets me sleep. My REM sleep actually works. And I don't snore, and I don't have apnea. And when I go into REM, which is the dream cycle, I stay in there normally until the brain brings me out. Well, anyway, the only thing I remember that caused me to act like that is I have a very short bucket list. It's getting shorter, and one of the things on my bucket list was a little naked Marie Osmond, and I think that's what it was. I think I looked up, and Marie Osmond was standing over me naked, and that was part of my bucket list, and I can go happily now. I think it was the end of my bucket list, but anyway, I told Grandma this morning it was a naked Marie Osmond. God dang, she thought that was so funny. She's from the Philippines. They're so conservative. They don't have any vaginas in the Philippines, you know. And so she was laughing and laughing. So anyway, that's the only negative thing I've ever had with the BPAP. Now I've got oxygen coming into it, 3 units. And, man, I feel good. I feel good, you know. I feel funny again. I feel rested. I feel like life is worth living. I don't want to be a depressed person. But, you know, when you're tired all the time and you know, you're struggling, I understand. If any of you can afford that on the Medicare, get it. So anyway, I just want to let you know the Bard is alive. I'm not well. Got stents, 5 stents, bypass surgery, this computer keeping my sugars down, those 2 computers breathing for me. I got my eye fixed. I told you. Put a needle in my eye. They fixed it. I got 2 cataracts in one eye. No, one in each eye. They're going to take that off because it's a little clouded. And they say, hey, we're going to put a new lens in. And they say, I didn't know that. I thought when you did cataracts, you just cut them off. I thought it was a growth. He said, no, we cut the lens and we put a brand new lens in. He says, the best in the world. And we hit it with a laser. Before it goes in, so it's 100% pure, and then the skin grows over it, and you'll have it for the rest of your life. So I said, can you do anything about my penis? We can give you a magnifying glass. And I go, well, it's better than what I got now. So anyway, I just want to say to you, I got health in the navel, marrow in the bones, strength in the loins and the sinews, power in the priesthood, has be upon me and upon my posterity, through all generations of time and throughout all eternity. Pay me, lay me, and ail me, the true order of prayer. Oh God, hear the words of my mouth 3 times. True order of prayer. And the health in the navel is the name of the second token of the Melchizedek priesthood, the patriarchal grip or sure sign of the nail. So anyway, Danites, don't threaten me anymore. Don't make me feel like my life is in danger or I'm going to have great bodily harm. That's when you can pull the trigger. If you feel that your life is in danger or you're about to receive imminent harm, great bodily harm, you can pull the trigger in Utah. Now, if a guy grabs your TV, runs out the door, don't shoot him in the back. You're going to jail for a long time. You can't defend a property crime in Utah with a gun. You can't do that. It has to be your life or great bodily danger or harm. Now, if someone's beating someone up or raping somebody and you come upon the scene and there's great bodily harm or they've got a gun pointed at somebody else, you can stand in and assist. So anyway, I want you to realize the Bard is alive. The Bard is good. I'm happy right now. And Allison is doing real good, my 13-year-old. God, she's a beauty. Abigail is still working two jobs, and she's a sweetheart. She's going through her lesbian relationships. Allison's going through her straight relationships, regular, I want to say congenial. No, it's not congenial with Allison. It's not congenital. It must start with a C. It's dementia. She's going through regular relationships, boys and talking and Valentine dances and whatever. Mercy's doing very well. And I'm going to leave you with one little story. I take Ty and Grandma up for their English class every Monday and Wednesday. And last time, Ty had a secret in the trunk of the car. And so he said, could you open the trunk? I was dropping him off at school. And he got his secret out, and he has a beautiful charcoal painting. Beautiful charcoal painting. And he was like a little second or third grade boy. He's running down the steps holding his picture to show his teacher. And I thought, what a beautiful picture. I wish I was Norman Rockwell. I wish I could show you a 75-year-old man who has been Nelson Mandela in the Philippines. Couldn't paint, couldn't do anything, no resources, lived constantly under fear of guns and AK-47s, no food, and he's running down the staircase with his big picture in front of him to show his teacher. And I thought, what an absolutely wonderful picture. I'll probably remember that one for the rest of my life. So anyway, be good to each other. Try not to lie. I've learned that every human being lies except me, and I don't know why that is, but it's probably because I don't have any skeletons. If I had any skeletons, this show would have been gone long ago. Long ago. There's no skeletons. What you see with the Bard is what you get. And now that me and Marie Osmond have settled up, you never know, you know, when Jesus will come and get me. He may need a Bard on the other side. You don't know. He might be out of bards. Anyway, I got to get up, turn my camera off, and I have the energy of a 16-year-old. Bard's gone.